form a halo on your brew. Rooftop breeze begins to flow, painting skies in deeper blue. You sit still and take a sip, feel the world beneath your grip. Halo shimmers in the cup, pulling tired spirits up. You recall the rooftop night, holding someone warm and bright. Lights had shaped a halo then, marking moments now and when. Now this brew and softened beam brings you back into that dream. Halo shifts in golden hue, tracing comfort back to you. Rooftop brew halo, stay with me, shine with quiet clarity, lift my heart in evening air, show me warmth still living there. Wind grows soft across the tiles, night expands for miles and miles. Halo drifts in steady gleam, letting go the weight you stream. You exhale and close your eyes, feel the city sympathize. Brew grows cool, believes inside. Halo's peace you cannot hide. Night grows dim, the lights subside. Halo stays beneath your stride. Rooftop calming, cooling hue, lingering inside your brew. Lavender along the rim, faint and soft and fading dim. Cupline echo in the air, whispering you into care. You breathe slow and let it run, calming what the day has done. Lavender in gentle sweep draws your heart toward needed sleep. You recall a peaceful night, colored soft in purple light. Lavender beside your bed, ease the chaos in your head. Now it's sent along the cup, lifts your weary feelings up. Echo hums in floral tone, touching parts you faced alone. Lavender Cupline echo through, guide my breath in shaded blue, ease my pulse and clear my mind, leave the heavy hours behind. Steam mixes with fragrant air, adding depth to every layer. Lavender begins to fade, yet its comfort still is made. Cup grows warm beneath your hand, helping you to understand. Rest is not a thing you chase, but a gift in scented grace. It grows thin, but stays inside. Echo where your worries hide. Cupline fades to gentle Emberwave along the wood, glowing where the shadows stood. Countertop in warming gleam, feels like fragments of a dream. You lean forward, breathe the spark, let it travel through the dark. Every ember in its trace leaves a softness on your face. You recall a winter night, firelit room of gentle light. Ember wave across the grain brings back warmth that eased your pain. Now this cafe after hours holds the glow the cold devours. Light begins to ebb and swell, shaping stories you can tell. Countertop emberwave shine slow, guide me where my feelings go. Warm my quiet aching chest, show me how to find my rest. Ember glow begins to fall, leaving traces on the wall. Night grows deep but feels less wide, with this ember by your side. Counters warmth becomes a friend, helping tired moments mend. You exhale in softened air, ember wave still glowing there. Lights grow dim, the wave turns thin, yet its warmth remains within. Counter keeps its ember seam, comfort carved into your dream. Stovetop humming mellow tone, matches night clouds moving slow. Heat begins to softly rise, mixing warmth with midnight skies. You lean close to hear the hymn, gentle, quiet, faint and dim. Clouds drift past the window's view, carrying a part of you. You recall a distant song, one that held your heart so long. Night clouds in their drifting grace bring the melody to place. Stovetop echoes through the air, telling you you're still aware. Every hum and subtle line feels like healing made in rhyme. Night cloud hymn, come sing to me, blend with Stovetop's harmony. Lift my thoughts in quiet tune, soothe my spirit past the moon. Steam begins to gently float, tugging on a softer note. Hymn continues in its rise, joining stars beyond the skies. You exhale and close your eyes, feeling calm materialize. Stovetop glow a night cloud hymn, peace begins to fill the brim. Skies grow pale, the hum grows thin, yet its hymn stays Blue steam rises from the cup, lifting everything you've held up. Postscript written in the air, soft reminders you still care. Night begins its slow retreat, heartbeat keeping measured beat. Steam ascends in quiet glow, telling truths you need to know. You recall the way you took things you never truly shook. Blue steam curls and drifting lines, smoothing edges misaligned. Postscript forms in softened hue, writing comfort back to you. Night may fade, but in this stream lives a fragment of your dream. Blue steam postscript, rise and stay, guide my thoughts till break of day. Let your gentle warmth remain, quiet balm for hidden pain. Steam dissolves in fading art, yet its peace lights up the dark. Postscript settles in your chest, breathing calm into your rest. You exhale and close your eyes, feel the stillness crystallize. Blue touch night begins to thin, postscript living deep within. Cup grows cool, the steam is gone, yet its letter lingers on. Night has written in the blue a final postscript meant for you. Cupshadow on the wooden grain, wavering like gentle rain. Midnight rides in softened ink, thoughts you never dared to think. You breathe slow and watch it glide, dark and light on either side. Shadow stretches into form, calm in every inner storm. You recall a restless night, searching for a softer light. Cupshadow traced across the wall, made your heartbeat nearly fall. Now it writes a quiet line, telling you that you're still fine. Every curve and subtle dip feels like midnight's authorship. Cupshadow script, write slow for me. Mark my quiet memory. Let your strokes in silver glow show the path I need to know. Steam ascends like drifting ink, giving space for you to think. Shadow moves with patient grace, drawing peace across your space. Cup grows warm beneath your hand, teaching what you understand. Script begins to fade away, yet its meaning seems to stay. Shadow thins, the night grows weak. Still you hear the script you seek. Cupshadow writes one final page. Midnight's calm in every stage. Teacup on the rooftop edge, resting near the concrete ledge. City lights in swirling hue form an aurora just for you. Steam ascends in glowing twists, meeting colors in the mist. You lean forward, watch it rise. City painting in the skies. You recall a night so clear, someone whispering in your ear. Rooftop air and softened chill made the noise of life go still. Now the teacup in your grasp holds a calm you long to clasp. Aurora on the liquid's face shines with gentle healing grace. Rooftop teacup aurora, stay, guide me through this quiet sway. Glow within my fragile view, help me feel the world anew. Wind begins its subtle turn, making teacup lightly churn. Aurora dances on the brim, growing faint but never dim. You exhale a quiet word, soft as wings of unseen bird. Night expands in steady breath. Peace remains though light has left. Aurora fades but leaves behind silver calm inside your mind. Teacup cools the rooftop still, softened heart in moonlit chill. Foam collapses in the side, soft as distant lullaby. Cup held gently in your hand, warm as comfort on command. You be slow and let it hum, feel the tension slowly numb. Foam dissolves in creamy foam, whispering of healing small. You recall written death. Phone lullaby, please stay near. Sing me through this fragile fear. Let your softness fill my chest. Guide my weary heart to rest. Cup grows warm beneath your thumb. Foam's last sounds a gentle drum. You exhale and let it be, finding space internally. Lullaby in fading cream holds the remnants of your dream. Foam may vanish, light may die, still you keep its lullaby. Cup now still the night serene, quiet, calm and gentle sheen. Foam has left but in your heart lingers where its sighing starts. Windowdraft in subtle sway moves the coffee steam your way. Hymnal rises in the air, soft and quiet, faint and rare. Steam begins its trembling lift, like a voice in gentle drift. Cup stays steady in your hand, letting you just breathe and stand. You recall a sacred song, one that held you all night long. Windowdraft and tender sweep brings emotions buried deep. Steam in swirling subtle glow sings the words you used to know. Melody in rising line fills your chest in perfect time. Coffee hymnal, breathe in me, sing me into clarity. Windowdraft, keep guiding true. Let this hymn pull me through. Steam grows thin yet still composes, soft reminders where hope dozes. Hymn dissolves but leaves behind warmth you needed in your mind. Window hum begins to slow, whispering with fading glow. You exhale and feel the rest, hymnal planted in your chest. Steam is gone, the air grows clear, yet the hymn stays near your ear. Windowdraft now soft as skin, quiet song that dwells within. That dwells within. Driplight flickers on the tile, moving soft and whisper style. Reflections make a quiet note, floating like a paper boat. Every shimmer on the floor holds a thought you lost before. Counter in its fading glow shows you where forgotten go. You recall a whispered thought, something tender you forgot. Driplight writes it in a gleam, bringing back a distant dream. Echo hums in gentle break, telling truths you can't forsake. Memo shaped in silver tone moves your heart you thought was stone. Driplight echo right for me, mark my hidden memory. Leave a memo on the ground, calming every fading sound. Shadows stretching modest arcs, playing soft with little sparks. Memo fades but still remains somewhere deep within your veins. Driplight flickers one last time, writing peace along the line. You exhale and hold it tight, memo carried into night. Lights grow dim, the echoes fall, yet the memo says it all. Driplight rests in muted glow, words now planted soft and slow. Aurora folds along the rim, glowing faint and cafe dim. Colors shift in quiet bend, painting stories without end. You inhale the softened light, letting go the strain of night. Cup glows softly in your hand, guiding you to understand. You recall a frozen sky, brighter than a lullaby. Aurora danced above your head, words you wished you could have said. Now it's folding subtle shade, brings back warmth the cold had made. Cup becomes a tiny screen, holding fragments of that scene. Aurora, Aurora rim, fold close to me, shine with silent clarity. Let your colors wrap my mind, leave my darker thoughts behind. Steam begins to join the hues, blending greens with mellow blues. Aurora thins in fading light, yet its memory burns bright. Cup grows cool but still it shows gentle truth the night bestows. Folded glow within your chest, Aurora guiding you to rest. Colors dim but stay inside, where your aching used to hide. Cup rim cold, the light unrolled, still you keep its Aurora fold. Espresso dust across the slate, falling soft and quiet weight. Tiny flecks and fragile line look like hymns in dust design. You drag fingers through the grain, tracing paths to ease your strain. Powder shifts in muted tone, writing truths you faced alone. You recall a broken vow, one you still remember now. Espresso dust begins to write what you lost in fading light. Hymnline curves in scattered flow, telling what you need to know. Cup sits warm beside the sheet, dust composing incomplete. Espresso hymnline, drift for me, mark my hidden history. Dusty script in morning hue, show me what I'm meant to do. Steam floats upward, bends the air, lifting way you used to bear. Dusty hymnline fades away, but its meaning seems to stay. You exhale in quiet trust, truth can form from simple dust. Every fleck in silent shine holds a piece of your design. Dust grows still, the hymn grows thin, yet its echo stays within. Espresso fades from sight and skin, but its truth remains again.
Spoon turns slow and night falls in, stirring thoughts you didn't share. Cup begins its gentle spin, calming all you hold within. Paradox and quiet flow, nightfall calm me even woe. You breathe deep and feel it glide, peace and ache on either side. You recall a restless day, trying hard to find your way. Now the stirring in the cup lifts your fading spirit up. Paradox in circles small, nightfall makes you stand or fall. Swirl reflects a soft design, echo of a fragile sign. Stirring paradox, pull me near, ease my chest and shift my fear. Let your circle guide my mind, leave the darker thoughts behind. Spoon grows still, believes a trail, truth in motion clear and frail. Nightfall hums a muted hymn, soft in every outer rim. Cup grows cool yet still it keeps something gentle as it seeps. Paradox and fading spin, light begins to glow within. Nightfall thins, the cup holds less, yet you feel its soft caress. Paradox and stirrings, and night becomes your quiet friend.
where you stand. Steam ascends in golden arc, pushing back the fading dark. You inhale the morning's rise, light reflected in your eyes. Latte glow in gentle crest, writes a testament of rest. You recall a heavy week, moments leaving you so weak. Daybreak fills the hollow space, pouring strength in quiet grace. Latte smooth and tender flow helps your tired heart let go. In its warmth you start to see pieces of serenity. Morning testaments shine bright, guide me through the newborn light. Latte comfort stay within, warm my chest and calm my skin. Sun begins to paint the wall, golden streaks in tender fall. Latte cools but leaves behind calmer worlds inside your mind. Daybreak whispers soft and true, this new morning's made for you. You exhale and rise again, carried by this warm element. Cup is still the sunlight made, cup is still the sunlight white. Testament you hold inside. Daybreak hum in softened tone, you no longer walk alone. Window glasses lined with rain, silver lines across the pane. Nightshift hums in muted drone, you are almost not quite alone. Streetlights smearing yellow trails like soft ink on fragile scales. Every droplet sliding down writes the numbers of this town. Dishes stacked in crooked rows, steam still clinging to your clothes. Heard a dozen weary sighs, saw 1,000 drifting eyes. All those faces come and go, leave faint entries in your glow. Now the window damp and clear keeps account of who was here. You lean closer to the glass, watch the sum of hours pass. In the blur of neon haze, you can read your working days. Night shift window ledger, ride is slow. Mark the hearts that pass below. Every raindrop, every line, balance out this worn out mind. If I'm more than what I sell, let your shining surface tell. Keep these stories, keep them true. When the night forgets, I do. There was someone dressed in blue, hands that shook but still came through. Ordered just a small black brew, said this day has been too cruel. Then they laughed despite the storm. bad made a stranger less than sad. Little kindness, little slip, tiny jokes on tired lips. In the glass those moments stay, rain-etched script that won't decay. Maybe life is tallied here, not in profit, loss or fear, but in quiet passing hands, sharing fragments no one plans. Maybe you are not just staff, not just tips and nervous laugh. Window ledger soft and bright, prove I matter to this night. Nightshift window ledger glow for me, show the things I couldn't see. Every droplet, every sigh, file them where they never die. If tomorrow feels the same, let this glass recall my name. Rain slows down, the lines grow thin, yet the ledger stays within. You turn off the final light, carry all you did tonight. Window dark but in its frame, tiny credits by your name. London hanging over you, glowing in a sleepy hue. Shade is yellow, soft and warm, like a page from days long gone. Cup still breathing little clouds, room no longer holding crowds. On the counter in that beam rises one last thread of steam. You have closed the register, check the sinks and temperature. Chairs are stacked and lights are few, just the linen, just the brew. Steam keeps curling line by line, writing endings in your mind. Every loop and fading trail finishes an unseen tale. You whisper thank you to the air, to every stranger who sat there, to every joke and quiet cry, to every nearly breaking sigh. Steam lantern epilogue, float on high, tell the night a soft goodbye. Wrap the day in gentle glow, let its rough edges let go. Every moment small or tall, folded in your shining shawl. When I walk into the dark, keep this day in embers spark. There was music on at 6, lo-fi drums and vinyl clicks. Someone danced beside the till, spinning just for sheer free will. Later on at 9:30, quiet tears in shadowed line. You made extra sugar foam, tried to give their grief a home. Now the lantern's steady eye sees the truth you can't deny. You are tired to the bone, but you'll never be alone. Every cup you pour tonight flickers once or twice, casting halos small but nice. Steam grows thin, the script is done. Night has written, day has run. You step out and lock the door. Epilogue forevermore. Empty cups in crooked rows, brown rings like a shoreline flows. Each one tells a secret hour, rise and fall and losing power. First shot early, sharp and bright. Second blended into night. Third was quiet, bittersweet. Fourth refused to admit defeat. You look down the counter line, see the tide of daily grind, foam like surf on porcelain sand, sugared storms in every hand. Someone came in half asleep, eyes like oceans cold and deep. Caffeine tide began to climb, pulled them back to warmer time. You can trace the highs and lows, where the human current goes. In these cups and stains that stay lives a map of one long day. Caffeine Tidemap charted slow, mark the ebb and where we go. Every crest and every dip on the shoreline of a sip. If I'm drifting out too far, draw me where the anchors are. Let these waves of roasted dark find my heart and leave their mark. There's a ring from 3 p.m. Sharp espresso, none for them. Kid who studied by the glass, hands too shaky, cannot pass. You drew hearts in cappuccino, told them rest, it's okay, you know. Tidemap etched that fragile hour with a tiny warmth of power. Later, at near closing time, old man ordered same as mine. Didn't even say a word, just a nod was all you heard. Sat there with his wrinkled hands, stared at nothing, shifting sands. Tidemap held his quiet ache, cup a harbor he could take. Maybe we are mostly seas, strong and weak in different degrees. Maybe you're the harbor light, guiding ships through caffeine night. Lines of foam and stains of brew hold the map that carries you. You're not wasted, you're the chart of the ocean in each heart. Caffeine Tidemap, don't erase, keep the lines of this small place. When I'm lost in restless sleep, guard the souls this shop could keep. Lights go off, the cups are clean, still the coastline stays unseen. In your chest, the waves still lap, heart becomes the Tidemap's map. Sharon's long, you missed the mark. Creamer spills an amber arc. Overpour a little mess, tiny flood of tenderness. You wipe quickly, hide the slip, laugh it off with nervous slip. But your heart has done the same, overflow without a name. All day long you measured out grams of beans and cups of doubt. Timed extraction, checked each grind, tried to leave no drop behind. But you gave away your heat in each drink and every greed. Overpour in every smile, gave them more than just a while. Now the shop is almost still, only hum of fridge and will. You can feel the emptiness, yeah, yet there's more that you confess. Barista heart, overpour again. Spill my care beyond the rim. If I love too much too fast, let that sweetness somehow last. I might end the night, run dry, but I warm a stranger's sky. If I'm tired to my core, I was made to overpour. You remember when she came, shaking hands and eyes aflame. All she asked was something strong. You just knew her day gone wrong, so you pulled a double shot, added kindness, steam and thought, overpoured the milk just so, drew a hard and careful flow. Later when the rush had gone, you saw him still holding on, old receipt inside his hand, traces of a broken plan. You stayed open 10 past close, pulled him one more darkened dose. Didn't charge, you simply said, take this warmth back home to bed. Maybe you're not here to save, just to be a gentle wave. Maybe you're allowed to give more than what you meant to live. Skills and recipes are fine, but the heart won't read the line. It just pours until it feels someone else might slowly heal. Barista heart, overpour tonight, flood the cracks with quiet light. If tomorrow hurts the same, I will still sign with my name. Let my surplus, small but sure, turn their bitter to obscure. You shut off the final switch, tire bones and coffee itch. Yet you know behind that door, someone's warm from your too much pour. In the dark your pulse beats sore. Barista heart, made to pour.
Time, letters hum and buzz in tone, casting colors of unknown. Tabletops in purple wash, turn to scenes of gentle hush. In this filter glowing seam, you fall into slow daydream. You fall into slow daydream. Steam above the cups turns blue, like the sky forgot what's true. Coats hang like suspended clouds, chairs are islands without crowds. You can almost hear a track, soft lo-fi behind your back. Bassline in fluorescent glare, drums in midnight tinted air. You should count the tills and tips, you just watch the color drips. Neon filter melts the grind, paints new outlines in your mind. Neon filter daydream, bend my sight, make this tired world feel light. Change the gray to gentle hues, turn the headlights into blues. Let me float a little while in this buzzing pastel smile. When the harsh white morning comes, leave me with your humming drum. Leave me with your humming drum. Imagine other lives hidden in these coffee drives. Girl who always sits alone, writing on a cracked up phone. Guy who laughs a bit too loud, masking something in the crowd. In this neon tilted view, everyone feels soft and new. You see yourself behind the bar, blurry like a distant star. apron string and messy hair, little halo made of glare. In the glass you look less worn, like a character reborn. Neon says without a word, you're more magic than you've heard. Maybe life is always strange, we just need a filter change. Shift the spectrum half a tone, suddenly we're not alone. Maybe it's this glowing pink that derails your rigid think, shows you beauty in the odd, ordinary turn to not. Neon filter, stay a bit, help my tired edges fit. When the sign goes dark at last, let your dreams stay gently last. You switch off the humming light, room returns to simple white. But inside your tinted core, neon daydreams softly pour. You step out in normal air, still the colors linger there. Castro clicks beneath the moon. Checkout screen in gentle glow, counting what the day might show. Coins like tiny meteor rain, falling tray with muted grain. Every sound in closing air feels like echoes of a prayer. You rewind the evening rush, voices stacked in crowded hush. Orders shouted, names misheard, sugar, oat milk, extra stirred. Now the register soft song plays the credits all night long. Quiet numbers on the screen hold what eyes have never seen. In the stillness every chime marks a piece of borrowed time. What they paid and what you gave, little waves you couldn't save. Quiet checkout echoes linger on, sing the stories come and gone. Every total, every beep, guard the hearts that couldn't sleep. If the world forgets their face, hold them in this tiny place till tomorrow's rush begins. Keep their shadows in your bins. There's a line for lonely hearts, unseen on the daily charts. Girl who tipped too much tonight, just to feel she did something right. Guy who fumbled with his change, eyes a galaxy of strange. Check out memoir, soft and low, keeps the things they didn't show. You close out the final batch, sign your name with weary scratch. Yet it feels like more than pay, like a record of the day. Drawer slides with gentle hush, like a door that ends a rush. Echoes hum in metal rails, holding all the tiny tales. Maybe worth is not the sum of the digits that might come. Maybe value hides inside moments money couldn't buy. Still the checkout line by line tracks the points where souls align. Places where a simple high stopped a spirit saying why. Quiet echoes stay in tune, humming softly with the moon. When I'm doubting what I've done, play this ledger one by one. Screen goes black, the lights go out, yet the echoes move about. In your memory's dusty shelves, all those beeps become themselves.